Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the Tubal Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
It's alarming to watch how far African leaders will go to please their masters, to please their puppet leaders. They will take away a job, they will take away money, and they will take food from their own people's mouth in order to satisfy Western nations because they're under their pocket. Tell me why and how a government that is supposed to serve the people, its own people, choose to push away its own farmers to bring rice, onion, tomato from other countries, from European countries and from the US, when it knows that its own farmers can produce that, are more than capable. It stops its own farmers to bring and import these plants and fruits that we can produce. How insane is it that you are stopping your own people from making money, but you allow multinationals, billion-dollar companies and million-dollar companies to come to your country and sell to you products that are not even the same quality, products that have even stuff added to them that are not healthy? Make it make sense. It's really sad to watch this. Our farmers are getting broke. Some are relocating because there's not much for them to do. They are getting pushed out of their own land. I just watched a video, and in that video, our sister explains how this is affecting our farmers.
So there's a war on African farmers, a war on African food security and sovereignty that is happening right now across the continent, and we need to talk about it. I just finished watching a documentary about how in Cameroon, the onion farmers there have been completely pushed out of the marketplace because the government has decided to import onions from the Netherlands and other EU countries. If you know anything about African food, you know that onions are a base. They are a staple. Onions also have many other medicinal uses. And so these Cameroonian farmers have found themselves in a position where they cannot grow their onions and sell them in the marketplace because these other onions from the EU are much cheaper. In a place like Eastern Congo, the millions of people who have been displaced there, many of them were farmers who have been forcibly removed from their villages so that multinational companies can grab the resources underneath this land. In Kenya, the government has decided that formerly freehold land, farmers who formerly outrightly owned their land now must be subject to mountains of bureaucracy, now must be subject to the state leasing out this land. Seeds are now being patented by companies like Cargill, by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Poisonous fertilizer is being sold to farmers, and so it is a big mess. In Sudan, the UAE is grabbing up land in the name of carbon credits. This is happening throughout the continent. And today, on African Liberation Day, where we're celebrating 61 years since the Organization of African Unity was formed, now the AU, we have to wonder, where is this entity? What is it doing? When a transformational leader like Ibrahim Traore says that agriculture, we have to think about our food first because he who feeds you controls you. Africa is home to 60% of arable land, 60% of farmland, the rivers and lakes in this place. There is no way, there is no reason why there should be any type of famine on this continent. And it is something we have to reflect on, and we have to think about, and we have to keep talking about. Farmers are suffering in Africa.
Imagine how ridiculous that is. Restricting your own farmers from planting onions, from selling onions, and you make a deal with Netherlands to bring onions to your country and sell it for more, with more additives in it and more stuff, probably GMO onion, and you hurt your own people. Just very, very disturbing. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about what these governments are thinking when they're making such laws and such transaction. I am Wongel Zelalem. I'll see you on the next